was affected as a result of past failure. I'm talking about past failures and
Yes.
past disappointments.
Yes.
You know, there's a
Yes.
way that failure can make a man lose confidence in himself. Now, maybe someone
Yes.
has been trying to grow, to increase. You have been putting things together in order to make ends meet, and every effort
Yes.
you make, things just seem not to be going well. And maybe you have prayed,
Okay.
for instance, you have fasted, you have done all the trainings you are supposed to do, you have followed a mentor, yet you still cannot explain why things are not going, the way they are supposed to go. So how do you, and maybe as a result of that, that has affected your self-esteem, because you feel that the moment you put your hand to do anything, people will be expecting you to
Doesn't
fail.
work.
It's like that because as a result of past failures.
Yes.
So how does
Yes.
that kind of a person come out of it and still be able to, take on new challenges with confidence?
Okay. 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 Thank you. I think where we should start from for an individual as that, okay, is not giving up. That's the truth. That's the first
Mm,
thing. You must learn
mm,
to understand that Rome was not built in a day. It
mm,
wasn't built in a day. Now,
mm,
another thing you will do is an analysis of those steps you've taken. When you
mm,
took the step yesterday and you
mm,
didn't do well, now ask
mm,
yourself, how did you feel about it?
mm,
Did you feel like, okay, I don't think I can do this anymore? Does
mm,
that stop
mm,
you from, something happened? What Jesus talked about, when he was talking about the parable of the sower. Somebody
mm.
sowed, he went ahead, some seed fell on by the roadside, and then the
Yes.
bird came and took them, and that one fell on the
Mm,
rock. That one, because there was
mm,
no root, it died.
mm,
Then others fell
mm,
among thorns. Now, that the case
mm.
of this kind of individual could be that the seed at the first instance say, okay, I'm going to try this thing.
Okay. I really want to get that point. I really, really want to get that point. If you are watching us, please leave us a comment. Leave a comment. If you have a question for our guest, you are free to go ahead and ask your question. Please leave a comment. Let's know you are watching. Let's know you are on. You have a question for our guest, you can please go ahead and ask. And I think the network is misbehaving again. I believe that it's going to come up again. We are talking about dealing with past failures. Dealing with past failures. There's a way somebody can fail that the person may even lose confidence in himself. The person may begin to feel that, what if I try again and it fails again? What will people say? People are going to talk. People are going to call me a failure. People are going to say I'm not, many people are afraid of trying new things. Many people are scared of trying new things because of what people will say, because of what people are going to say. What if it fails? Maybe God has called you to do something unique for him. God has called you to do something wonderful. There's a project God has put in your heart. There's an assignment God has put in your heart, but there's a part of you that is so scared. You are afraid because you have tried things in the past that didn't really work out. And people are watching. The moment you start something new again, people will want to see whether it's going to work out. In fact, they are even expecting you to fail. They want to see you fail. So that is what we are talking about. And our guest was just trying to do justice to that question. I believe that the network will permit him to come back again so that he can finish up what he started on that. And I want to say, before our guest come up online, that if you are watching us, you have a question, please go ahead and ask your question. If there's something you would love to ask our guest, please go ahead and ask. You can ask your question. We are talking about building self-esteem. He has talked about relationships, talked about being assertive, taking on new challenges. He has talked, he has said so many things about what you believe, about yourself. He has talked about identifying wrong belief systems and then dealing with them. But now we are looking at, dealing with past failures. Past failures. Many of us that are watching right now, that is where you are. You have a challenge with past experiences. You have failed severally. In fact, people have even called you or termed you a failure. So whenever you start something new, people expect it to fail. Whenever you start something new, people want it. In fact, people already know that, it's going to fail because they have a record of your past, ventures that failed. And I want you to understand that it's not about how many times you have failed. It's not about how many times you tried and it could not work. It's about how many times the same people who you think are going to mock you, they are waiting. They're also waiting to see if it will work. And I want to tell you, if you refuse to take the step because what if you fail? The same, if you eventually take the step and it succeed, everybody is going to clap. Everybody is going to celebrate you. Everybody is going to hail you. Everybody is going to say, wow, this person did great. And you're going to motivate several others. There are people who are going to listen to your testimony, and your testimony will motivate them to go further. So it's not just about you. It's about the several others who need to see you succeed so they can also continue to do what God has called them to do. So I want to say to you, whatever God has called you to do and fear has gripped you because you failed in the past, please go back to it. Maybe that is where your lifting is. Maybe that is where your celebration is. Maybe that is where your success is. Maybe that is where, your glory is. So our guest is back. I believe that